There is a critical issue here. You must pay close attention to what God is telling you. But they realize that you are not watching the videos like you used to, and that you are no longer listening to the messages of the angels, God, and Jesus Christ. Listen and watch the messages that have been brought to you, my friends. We are doing this for you. Keep your cool in the face of danger. The purpose of this message is to keep you and your family safe. God is warning you for a very important reason. Think of two people who are close to you. They may seem strangers to each other, but God has a deeper view of them than we do. They are not what they seem. They are watching you, and they are planning something dangerous. God is letting you know so that you can be ready. Remain vigilant and attentive. Don't disregard your gut. Trust your gut if something doesn't seem right. Keep your loved ones and yourself safe. Pay attention to your surroundings. Take action if you begin to feel uncomfortable among these strangers. Keep your distance and get out of the path. God is leading you through this circumstance. He wants you to be intelligent and conscious. In prayer, remain near Him. Request clarification and protection. This is not unique to you. God is giving you the means to keep safe because He sees what you cannot. I ask you that your help is very important for us, and I pray to God and Jesus for every support. So you can sign up on the Join button and send a super thanks up to $20. This notification is crucial, even though you may not have seen anything odd. What's going on behind the scenes is being revealed by God. He doesn't want your heart to be controlled by fear. Rather, He wants you to be aware and prepared to take action. Give it some thought. Pay close attention to the people in your life and your environment. Danger can occasionally lurk in plain sight. Knowing that God genuinely cares for you and your loved ones is more important than simply being informed of possible dangers. Even when you are unable to see it, He does. This is a loving message from God to you. He wants to keep you safe, protect you, and lead you. On this trip, you are not traveling alone. God is walking behind you, providing you with the courage and discernment to make the best decisions. Become a part of the bright and positive movement. Enter 666 inches to get in touch with others who are deciding to embrace faith and hope. In a sometimes overwhelming world, you may share love and support by banding together. Consider this a potent reminder to have greater faith in God than before. You will discover security and tranquility if you pay close attention to His voice and follow His guidance. The purpose of this warning is to make you more aware of what is going on around you, not to frighten you. There are things you can do and things you can do. God desires that you be ready, both spiritually and physically. Depend on Him for support and direction. Keep in mind that God issues warnings out of a great love. He wants you to be safe and secure because He cares about you. Pay attention to the signs. Rather, express gratitude for God's communication with you. He's giving you this time to get ready for what's coming next. Every little thing matters. Think about making a donation using the thanks option. It might have a significant impact. Now is your moment to trust the One who sees all and act with faith. Recognize that God is at your side, providing safety. He will lead you through any storm if you stay near Him. Peace and limitless possibilities are yours when you put your confidence in Him. Let His love guide your steps and fill your heart. You can overcome any obstacle if you work together. The individuals God is warning you about could appear to be quite normal. They may smile when they meet you, appear amiable, and show no overt indicators of danger. However, their objectives are hazardous despite their welcoming exterior. They have been keeping an eye on you and your family, learning about you, and compiling data. Their strategy is destructive and well thought out, not haphazard. These individuals are attentively observing your routines rather than merely observing you. When you go and when you come home, they notice. They observe your regular activities and the people you converse with. They are seeking out vulnerabilities and openings to attack. Even seemingly innocuous actions might be a part of a larger scheme to damage you and the people you care about. This truth is being revealed to you by God. This serves as a reminder that not all risks have clear warning indicators, even when everything appears to be in order. These individuals are putting up a front of normalcy, which is frequently a front for evil. However, God is making their genuine motives clear to you so that you can take action before it's too late. It's possible that you detected a few minor issues but ignored them. Perhaps someone asked too many personal questions, or a discussion felt odd. Maybe you've got a hunch that something wasn't quite right but couldn't identify why. Those emotions are now being validated. What you're feeling is God's method of warning you, not simply paranoia. Pay attention to your gut. Take it seriously if anything doesn't feel right. Be mindful of the small cues that surround you. By letting you see the truth, God is keeping you safe. You have the ability to act. Don't think twice. Keep your loved ones close. Be mindful of your surroundings and have faith in your feelings. This is your opportunity to keep ahead of the game. You're not by yourself. God is with you, assisting you in navigating this circumstance and providing guidance. Their strategy goes much beyond information collection or espionage. Their goal is to ruin your life and make it chaotic. They want to cause trouble, whether that be through physical risk, financial injury, or treachery. But before they can succeed, God, who sees everything, steps in. He's providing you the opportunity to take action and outsmart their schemes. Recognize this. Despite their seeming innocence, their motivations are far from that. God's message is so important because of this. In order for you to make the required adjustments and protect your family, He is disclosing the secret. Remember this message. This is your chance to defend yourself against invisible threats. God gives you these warnings to strengthen you, not to frighten you. He is giving people the ability to see past appearances and realize that things are not always as they seem. These people don't belong in your life, even if they might appear to. It is your responsibility to follow God's instructions since their motives are bad. Now is the time to be alert and watchful. Don't dismiss that unpleasant sensation or overlook the small clues. God has your back, and you may protect yourself from attack by listening to His word. Although there is a genuine risk, you are already one step ahead of any malicious schemes because of God's protection. Now that you are aware of the danger, you need to act right now. God is sending you this word to help you safeguard your family, not merely to warn you. Assessing your home security should be your first step. Verify the locks on all of your windows and doors. Verify that everything is sturdy and safe. It's time to replace everything that feels flimsy or vulnerable to intrusion. Think about installing additional security measures like alarms or security cameras. The first step in keeping danger out of your house is to strengthen your security dot. You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. Next, pay attention to your daily schedule. It's crucial to vary things up since the individuals observing you are analyzing your routines. Avoid taking the same routes to work or school or leaving the house at the same time every day. Make an effort to change up your routine so that it becomes surprising. Anyone with malicious purpose can get confused by even little adjustments to your routine, making it more difficult for them to determine when or how to attack. Physical safety is important, but God is also urging you to be spiritually active. Now is the moment to offer up fervent prayers for your home safety. Make use of Psalm 91's promises as a shield. Keep in mind this potent verse. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. It serves as a reminder that God's cover is a spiritual stronghold that is more resilient than any wall you might erect. Don't say a prayer once and then walk away. Incorporate prayer into your everyday routine. Bless your family, your house, and even your community. Pray for safety as you go through each room. Imagine the angels of God watching over your property all day and all night. No evil will be able to penetrate the spiritual fence that your prayers will build. Declaring God's dominion over your life is also appropriate at this time. Be brave and confident as you speak His message. Declare that every wicked scheme will fail and that no weapon used against you will succeed. The Word of God has great power. You identify yourself with His authority when you say it. Keep in mind that the strength of God's truth is too strong for wicked powers to overcome. You may actively thwart the enemy's schemes by proclaiming His word. Your assistance has an impact. To help spread this crucial message of faith and safety, if you feel moved, think about making a donation using the thanks option. You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. The individuals surrounding you should also be kept in mind. Even those who appear friendly should be avoided. Never give out sensitive information to someone you don't completely trust. Think carefully about who you let into your life and your house. Although it's simple to let your guard down, God is urging you to exercise additional caution at this time. Have faith in your intuition. Don't disregard a sensation that something or someone is strange. It's God's method of directing you. Be on your spiritual guard in addition to taking physical safeguards. The enemy will attempt to instill doubt and dread in your heart during this period of spiritual battle. Avoid allowing anxiousness to grow. Instead, concentrate on what God has promised. His word, prayer, and faith are the strong weapons He has given you to fight back. Make daily use of them to defend yourself against spiritual assaults. Always keep in mind that God has already gone before you. He is giving you everything you need to keep safe because He recognizes the threat that is present. You are traveling in His direction by making both spiritual and practical decisions. He is your defense, your stronghold, and your shield. You will be secure in His tender care if you pay close attention to His voice and obey His instructions. Do you want to remain in touch? To ensure you continue to get these crucial updates, subscribe and enable alerts. It's critical to comprehend the bigger picture now that you've fortified your spiritual and physical barriers. You are confronting a spiritual challenge in addition to a physical one. Behind the scenes, the adversary is causing anxiety and upsetting your life with spies and their schemes. The secret to winning this battle is to see it for what it is and to be steadfast in your faith. According to the Bible, we should never stop praying. This is particularly valid during periods of spiritual conflict. This is not the time to unwind or become complacent. You must be steadfast in your prayers, just as the enemy is. Incorporate prayer into your daily routine. It's not just for the morning or right before bed. Throughout the day, say prayers. Make it a prayer every time you see doubt or concern beginning to sneak in. Ask God to give you insight and strength. In order to identify the enemy's strategies and steer clear of his traps, pray for insight. Imagine yourself like a warrior, prepared to take on any obstacles that may arise. Your prayers provide you with power and focus, making them your weapons. Being alert is crucial. Because the enemy hunts for victims like a roaring lion, the Bible cautions us to remain sober and vigilant. Spiritual conflict can be subtle. It might manifest as feelings of bewilderment, dread, or discouragement. Your cue to pray is when you begin to feel overburdened or when your thoughts get confused. Have faith that God will grant you the discernment to see things clearly and to be aware of what is going on in the world. Observe the indications that God is sending your way. These indicators may manifest as intense dreams, intuition, or even statements made by others. Don't write these indications off as random occurrences. God frequently communicates with you and directs your actions in a variety of ways when you're engaged in spiritual combat. Trust your instincts if something doesn't seem right or if you think you should stay away from a certain person or location. These are probably God's ways of keeping you safe. Keep in mind that you should pray for more than just your own family. God is inviting you to broaden your prayer group as you embark on this spiritual struggle. Speak up for your friends, neighbors, and even anyone who could be planning anything bad. Offer your prayers for their safety as well. Whole communities are impacted by spiritual warfare. You may break bonds and prevent bad schemes from spreading further by praying. Become a channel member to become a part of our community. Together, let's develop. We may share our stories, encourage one another in prayer, and deepen our faith as we work together. We become a formidable force against evil when we stand as one. Let us be watchful and continue to pray for ourselves and our loved ones. Never forget that you can use your prayers to change the world. Every step of the journey is accompanied by God. Praying for your adversaries is one of the most effective things you can do. Jesus himself urged us to love and pray for those who persecute us, even if this may sound challenging. You allow God's mercy to enter the situation when you pray for your adversaries. Additionally, you release yourself from harboring resentment or resentment. You decide to pray over those unpleasant emotions rather than allowing them to drag you down. Request that God operate in their hearts, lead them to repentance, and shield them from the enemy's power. By praying, you are demonstrating your faith that God will manage the matter according to his plan. Keep in mind that you are not fighting this spiritual struggle alone. God has provided you with a strong network of Christians who can support you in prayer, despite the enemy's attempts to isolate you and make you feel helpless. Make contact with them, tell them what's happening, and invite them to join you in prayer. The strength of prayers is increased when Christians unite in unison. According to the Bible, he is present with 2 or 3 people gathering in his name. Additionally, this is the moment to strengthen your connection with God. If you become close to him, he will get close to you. Take some time to study his word. Let his calm flood your heart as you reflect on his promises. You learn about God's wisdom and direction when you read the Bible. You will find sanctuary in God's presence even when you are engaged in spiritual combat. His knowledge will lead you through the difficulties you encounter, and his love will keep you going. Because the Lord owns the war, you already have victory. He will guide you to victory if you keep your eyes on him. You get stronger and more lucid when you concentrate on God. Every action you do in his presence is a step closer to success. Remember that every gift expands our audience. I appreciate your kindness. Your help has an impact. Your faith is ultimately your best weapon. With faith, you are protected from fear and uncertainty. When you have faith in God, you are faithful to his promises. Imagine knowing that when you stand tall and surrounded by light, you know that God is with you. Knowing that he is always there gives you the strength to overcome any obstacle. Have faith that God will bring you through every difficulty. Your victory is not a distant dream, but a reality just waiting for you to accept it. If you keep walking with him, God will lead you to a place of joy and victory. You have heard the message from God, but you still have important messages to listen to. The angel Gabriel has an interesting message for you that you should listen to immediately. You have just been sued by a famous person. This is because they want to use you as an example because you have used their name in a way that they feel has damaged their reputation. Before you know it, you could be in the courtroom defending yourself against unexpected allegations because the paperwork has already started. This is not just a threat. It is already happening in the background, and the consequences will be severe if you don't act now. I ask you that your help is very important for us, and I pray to God and Jesus for every support. So you can sign up on the Join button and send a super thanks up to $20. Enter, I claim Angel Gabriel's guidance if you're prepared to defend yourself against this impending legal catastrophe. It's likely that you're wondering how this is possible. You never meant to harm anyone, certainly not a well-known person after all. In actuality, though, this celebrity feels that you have gone too far and they aren't going to back down. They are trying to teach you a lesson, regardless of whether you brought them up in public, made remarks about their private lives, or just made a reference that drew their notice. This legal action is about power and control, not simply money. They wish to demonstrate to you and the rest of the world that using their name is never acceptable. Angel Gabriel's message is quite clear. This encounter is coming sooner than you may have anticipated, therefore you should prepare yourself for it. However, you have heavenly support, so don't be frightened. Fill in, I claim divine protection to connect with the force that can keep you safe throughout this storm. There is more to this case than meets the eye. There is a secret plan that extends much beyond what you do. In actuality, you are being used as a piece in a much bigger game by this celebrity. They need a scapegoat to deflect attention from their own troubles after being pressured by the media, their supporters, and even their inner circle. You're caught in the crossfire of their personal drama because you were at the wrong place at the wrong time. This is being shown to you by Angel Gabriel so that you may see the wider picture. This is more about them than it is about you. Your fortitude and resiliency will be put to the test, though, as you still have to cope with the aftermath. Although the judicial system may appear daunting, keep in mind that you are being guided by a higher authority. Enter, I claim my strength to summon the bravery required to take on this task. You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. The unpleasant reality is that this celebrity wants to destroy your reputation in addition to winning the case. They intend to portray you as the antagonist in this tale by using their connections, legal team, and influence. They will fabricate a story to make it appear as though you have purposefully hurt them, regardless of whether you have done anything wrong or not. Before you know it, your name can be dragged through the dirt on every news channel and social media site as the media jumps on the story. Angel Gabriel warns them, however, that they cannot destroy anything which is protected by God. No amount of media manipulation can alter the fact that a greater power controls your reputation. No matter how hard they attempt to hide the truth, remain composed, keep focused, and have faith that it will eventually be revealed. Your protection from these attacks is already being provided by the universe. You might type, I claim divine protection to safeguard your reputation from this unjust attack. You may be wondering why this famous person is so interested in you. What is the true cause of their fixation on this lawsuit? According to Angel Gabriel, they are attempting to conceal a sinister secret and believe that this court dispute will divert attention from it. In the hopes that the drama surrounding your case would prevent people from looking into their background, they are using you as a smokescreen. The disturbing part is that, whether they like it or not, their secret is going to be out. The truth will eventually be out, and the skeletons of this celebrity are rattling in the closet. This litigation will thereafter appear to be a pointless diversion. But in the meanwhile, they will do all in their power to keep you in the spotlight rather than them. Keep an eye out because they are about to fail. If you're prepared for justice to be done and this secret to be revealed, type, I claim the truth. This is the unexpected turn of events. Things are going to go your way. What began as a legal nightmare is now evolving into a chance for improvement and atonement. Behind the scenes, Angel Gabriel is making sure you not only survive this ordeal, but also emerge stronger than before. The public will soon have to confront the celebrity who believed they could exploit you as a diversion from their own problems. And once everything is said and done, you'll be able to stand strong as they face the repercussions of their behavior. However, you must take action and assert your win. It is not only a passive one. No matter how strong your opponent is, you must demonstrate to the world that you will not be intimidated or silenced. When your truth, your tale, is finally revealed, it will be indisputable. If you're prepared for the tables to flip in your favor, type, "I claim my victory." This celebrity's ability to sway public opinion is one of their most harmful tools. What they're relying on is that people will believe whatever story they spread. The problem is that public opinion is erratic and subject to sudden shifts. They could be ahead at the moment, but one mistake or one slip-up will change the game. You must be prepared to provide your perspective when it occurs. You are being guided by Angel Gabriel to be astute, strategic, and to keep one step ahead of the media circus that is headed your way. If you stick to your convictions, you can influence public opinion just as much as they can. Don't be intimidated by their notoriety. People will soon realize that you are telling the truth. Type, "I claim my truth," to make your tale known and to remain resilient in the face of public scrutiny. This litigation is a spiritual test as much as a legal one. According to Angel Gabriel, this experience is intended to fortify your spirit and teach you how to persevere in the face of hardship. In actuality, this is all a part of a divine plan to raise you to a higher level, even if the celebrity may believe they are in charge. Every obstacle and failure presents a chance for you to become more resilient and astute. This scenario is a test of your spirit, and you are being urged to look past its pettiness and perceive it for what it is. Will you break under the strain, or will you emerge from the ashes of this struggle like the phoenix? You have a choice, but remember that you're never alone yourself. You are being led toward triumph by Angel Gabriel and the whole army of heaven. Press. I claim my spiritual strength to accept the lesson of this difficulty and overcome it. A startling and unexpected turn of events is going to occur just when you believe you have everything under control. This legal dispute is taking an unforeseen turn that will fundamentally alter the trajectory of events. This turn of events will benefit you in ways you never would have thought possible, whether it's fresh proof emerging, a witness coming forward, or even a mistake by the famous person. Angel Gabriel is getting you ready for this epiphany. Everything will change when it happens, even if you don't anticipate it. Because your breakthrough is closer than ever, keep vigilant and prepared. You will win this struggle, and the forces that have been against you will shortly fall apart. If you're prepared to accept this unexpected turn of events and take the triumph that is properly yours, type, "I claim my breakthrough." You can make Jesus Christ happy by throwing a super thanks up to $20 to show your benevolence to Jesus. This famous person was unaware that their aggressive legal strategies were beginning to backfire. People are starting to doubt their intentions. People are questioning why you're being so viciously targeted by someone so strong. This is when things start to get interesting. You are the target of pity. The question, why would someone so famous pick on an ordinary person like you, is becoming popular on social media. The story is changing, and it's all occurring more quickly than anyone anticipated. If you're prepared to watch this celebrity scheme fall apart in front of your very eyes, type, "I claim my support." A well-known attorney is poised to help you just when it seems like everything is too much to handle. This lawyer has the knowledge and contacts to win the case for you. They are not just any lawyer. The worst part is that they are accepting your case because they believe that what is occurring is unfair. They don't mind taking on a celebrity, no matter how strong, because they think you're being used as a scapegoat. This lawyer's arrival will cause a significant upheaval, and you will soon have a formidable legal force defending your rights. Enter "I claim my defender" if you're prepared for a significant shift in your legal situation. A controversy regarding the star has suddenly surfaced. By bringing this action, they were attempting to divert attention from it. But now, everyone can see their filthy laundry. They're frantically trying to limit the damage after the media frenzy they were expecting to focus on you backfired. Their credibility is beginning to be questioned, and all of a sudden, they are not thinking about your case. The prophecy of Angel Gabriel is come to pass. Their legal campaign against you is collapsing in the face of their own wrongdoings, and the world is witnessing the truth about this celebrity. Press. I claim the truth if you're prepared to see the celebrity's demise come to pass. The public's support for you is increasing while the celebrity's reputation is declining. Once skeptics are now coming together, behind you, urging justice and providing support. You are now the underdog in this well-known conflict and a sign of tenacity. The tide is shifting in your favor, and your voice is being heard. The unfairness of this litigation is being called out by more and more people, and you are no longer fighting this battle alone. Type, I claim my victory if you're prepared to rise to the top of this public support tsunami. When you believe you are fighting this war alone, a secret ally appears out of nowhere. This person is aware of the celebrity's dubious behavior and has insight into it. After keeping an eye on the issue, they have determined that it is time to come out with first-hand information and proof that might make all the difference. This ally is prepared to support you and provide testimony. The information they provide may be the last nail in the coffin that tilts the balance of justice in your favor. Enter, I claim my ally if you're prepared to accept this unanticipated help in your battle. The celebrity's reputation is now in jeopardy as the legal drama heats up. The public is starting to see the flaws in their facade as more and more tales come to light. Every effort they make to discredit you simply serves to stoke the flames, and their meticulously manicured image is collapsing. The public's perception is drastically changing, and fans are beginning to question their allegiance. You have unintentionally become a change agent, encouraging others to criticize the celebrity's deceptive practices. If you're prepared to use this as a chance for responsibility and justice, type, I claim my strength. Remember that you are meant for success and that you are not alone as you stand on the precipice of this legal struggle. From the beginning, Angel Gabriel has made it apparent that you will pass this test. The public figure who attempted to undermine you will be held accountable, and the truth will triumph over any falsehoods they may have disseminated. Your honesty, your reputation, and your spirit will all be stronger than ever. The fight is far from done, even if the formal paperwork has been submitted. You are blessed with supernatural strength, protection, and direction. Remain steadfast, have faith in the process, and know that you are being led at every turn. Type, I claim my destiny if you're prepared to face your triumph with trust and assurance.